So before we had a different way we kept healthy. The woman, she had a different way. She took something called one more root or one care root. Care root is one yellow-orange root. And this woman at 7, she was taught by her mother to take this outside of this carrot, and she's the letter Y, Yi. And now she could make one story like this, where she could go in and she could clee her tour and re the sun in her eyes. She would scratch her tour, she would re the sun, her clitoris, cleat. And she would have one climax. Ma. She's the ma, she has the cli. So a woman has climax. For a man, we have orgasm. Klima, orgasm. So in the woman, in her climax, is something called mahala, or sap, or sav. It's her brain. When I make my ring, my sperma, it goes into my mouth, into my stomach. And now the sperma becomes plasma. And plasma is the red blood cell. The red blood cell goes to the brain cell because my brain cell lives on the red blood cell. And from the red blood cell, from the brain cell, it goes back down this rood rod, this red rod, back to my balls, around and around in one white ring called the Uden ring. It's my understanding for this story. From under my stand, every man has one stand. Afghanistan, Pakistan, Hindustan. Stan means center. So from under my stan, when it's standing, I take the ing and I put it in one ring. I read it in an ing. And this is my understanding for this story. It comes from under my stand when it's standing. I'm wanking, I'm drinking, I'm thinking. The ing is the doing. You read the ing in one ring. You re-ing, re-ing, re-ing. So I succeed in English. They say if you succeed, you'll succeed in the future. The tour is one thing called your best friend, your heart friend. And at 7 years old, everybody got your first best friend. And the symbol for the best friend is the X. So when you say you're like this with somebody, it means you're your best friend. And you can only have one best friend. You can have many friends, but only one best. And in this story, your best friend had to be somebody of your same sex. A woman needed a woman as her best friend. She can speak to another woman about things that she can't speak to the guys. And us guys, we needed a man as our best friends because there's things that we need to talk about that she doesn't understand about. So your tour friend was your heart friend. We're born with different nature gifts. Like my friend Yanni. Maybe he can sing at 7 years old. He has perfect pitch. Me, I'd really like to sing, but I can't sing. But me, I can pick up any musical instrument, and it's like some kind of gift I got from the nature. I can play anything. And he would like to play. So if we spend 3 years together like this, we're best friends. In this 3 years, he'll teach me how to sing. I'll never be as good as him because it's his nature gift. But after 3 years, he'll make sure I know how to sing. And in this same 3 years, I teach him how to play the music instruments. He may never be as good as me. And at the end of this time, he would find the most beautiful stone in the nature. He would polish it. He'd put one hole in it. And I would put this string on my neck. And I found the most beautiful stone. I polish it. I put one hole. I give it to him because he's my best friend. And every 3 years you get a new tour friend, a new best friend. So you collect these nature gifts. So the older and older you get, the more stones you get, the more nature gifts you traded with people. So as we got older, we became more and more and more. The tour story is a very, very big story. I won't go so much into it. The people, we died before different. We didn't die like we die today. We had no graveyards where we put the dead people before. Before, we all belonged to family trees. Every family had one tree. And if you were born to this tree, if you were one baby who was born to this tree, you would be part of the infant tree. It was one military system. The baby tree, the infant tree. Before, we were making children in the military. Today we're killing the children in the military. In your tree, everybody in your family, wherever you died, your ash, before the people, they said that the ash, they burn your body. The soul is this whole unit, from the top to the sole of my foot. It's one cell, it's one soul. So before, when I die, my family would put me in one fire and they burn me. And when I'm gone, in the fire is something called ash. And ash is the driest thing on the planet. And the pagan people who this story come from, they said that the soul was in the ash of the fire. So they collected this ash. And they put it in one sack of one bull's ball. And they sewed it up. And no matter where you were on the planet, your soul, your ash was sent back to your tree. And in this system, your soul was put into the roots of the tree. And the damp system, the female, the planet is damp. Woman has the dam. She's the madam, madam. Dam inside her, when she has her climax, the dam opens and the climax comes. So the dam is the female, the damp is the female. And in the earth is the damp system. So my soul would go in the ash, in the dry form, and now the soul would be sucked into the root of the tree. It would go up the tree, the stem of the tree, in the form of, in English we call sap. In root language we call it saf. In Bon language we call it mahala. So the soul power, the life, is now going up the stem of the tree, to the branch of the tree, to the leaf of the tree. And the word life comes from the word leaf. So our life went to the leaf of the tree. And from the leaf of the tree it leaves. And this is the belief system. You be the leaf. Your life be the leaf. And from the leaf it leaves. And in this spinning planet, in what we call centrifugal or centrifugal in English, the soul goes into the air and all goes back to the hole in the top of the E of the planet, to the holy, to a place we call Valhalla. And Valhalla is one place on this North Pole. If you go to Helsinki, Finland, you can take one boat from the marketplace to one island they call Valhalla. And Valhalla is one place, it's one wall with one room, with one hall at the very top of the planet, Valhalla. That's a whole nother story in itself, but it's what we call heaven today. All soul goes there. All soul. The dog soul, my mother's soul, I soul. Also, no matter what you do on the planet, we all go to this, to the holy when we die.